Well, I milled some pieces to size here, and they're 3/4 of an inch thick and so forth. And you can see I put some pencil lines. Let me get a little closer here on here. So the back will be dovetailed to this side, and the front will be dovetailed to this side, and you can see the slope to the desk there. The top, and of course there'll be a fall, a lid there. The top has an overhang, as does the lid for the desk. So this will have to be put on. You can't dovetail it because of the overhang. So I'm going to make a sliding dovetail for this to slide on between the two pieces. So I'm going to do the dovetail first, then cut this slope, and then dovetail the 4 pieces together. So that's the plan. Well, I have a dovetail bit set here in the router table, and what I need to do is to create a sliding dovetail along this top edge here. This is waste beyond there because we're going to cut it the slope, so I can go a little further. So it's just a matter of running the piece along the router bit here to create half of the dovetail, and then I can, if I'm careful, run it back this direction, and I have a stop here that goes along here so that I can control it when you go back, because you're going the wrong direction on the router bit. It'll want to pull the board out of my hand, but with this device it allows me to hold it in place as I move it back, so I can do both edges of it without having to do 2 setups. So that's what we're going to do right now. Well, for those of you that would like me to hand cut that slope on the desk, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we're going to use the most dangerous tool in the shop, and that's the radial alarm saw here. So I've got it set up so that all I do is have to pull it across that angle there, and I won't go all the way to the end. I will finish it with a handsaw, but it should work pretty well. So let's give it a try. And I should be able to finish the cut with a handsaw. So that should be pretty good. So I've started to lay out the dovetails on the desk portion of the clerk's desk, and you can see there, I think. I'll try and move in here without losing focus. Again, they're arbitrary. I wanted a solid piece here at the top to where, you know, I've got this sliding dovetail, so we don't want to take that out. And then, so that would be half tail, I guess. Pin, tail, 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 and the pins in between. So we have that on this end, and then there's, of course, quite a few less on the other end down there. Just 3, as you can see. Again, leaving room. I have to put a bottom into this thing, so I want to leave room for a groove on the bottom and probably a 1/2 inch board for the bottom. Chopping out the dovetails now for the desk. These are the tails. And we'll get to the pins in a few minutes.
Dance number 2 in D minor by Clerks. That was an arrangement by Andreas Holland. Maybe year we conducted the London Symphony Orchestra. Recorded WCLD Classical 1049.
Support for WCLD comes from First Baptist Church of Greater Cleveland during the debut concert of the the repertoire includes music from the as well as choral works by living composers Scott McPherson.
There we go. Sawing out the pins for the back of the desk. More to do. Well, it's coming together. I've got to dovetail the top piece in the back, as you can see there. But that's about how it's going to look with once the molding's attached. So I've got to work on making the dovetails in the top. Well, I cut a dovetail in the bottom edge of the top here on both sides, and it's a stop dovetail, so you don't see it on the other side over here. So it stops a 1/2 inch in, but it slips right on there, and so it'll get glued. And but I like the fit across the back here. I see there's a slight, it's flush on the two corners, and there's a little bow in the middle here, but that'll be solved with a hand plane once it's glued up. So now I got to work on the bottom. So I think 3/8 to a 1/2 inch stock. So I'll see what I got around the shop and we'll glue something up. So again, I positioned the desk on top of the frame, and you see a piece of the molding there along the front. And as I mentioned in the last video, that I'm working on the bottom now, so we'll be take it apart, put a groove all along the bottom edge, and then put in probably 1/2 inch bottom there. And then as far as the next step goes, then to start to work on the fall or lid, which will start to complete the desk.